Excluded from my sister's wedding. I booked a vacation instead. When the wedding collapsed, my entire family rushed to contact me. "You're overreacting. It's just a wedding," my mother said. But I had not been invited to my own sister's wedding, so I planned a trip. A few days later, my phone kept buzzing with messages from relatives. I stared at one text over and over. "Hey, just wanted to let you know the guest list is finalized, and we had to make some tough cuts. Hope you understand. Love you." Tough cuts? I wasn't some distant relative or family acquaintance from years ago. I was her brother. The same brother who had supported her through every crisis, every heartbreak, and every moment of doubt. Yet she cut me out like I was nothing. I stared at the screen, disbelief spreading through me. At first I almost laughed, convinced it was a mistake. I grabbed my phone and called my mother. She answered right away, cheerful as ever. "Hey sweetheart, what's up?" I skipped the small talk. "I just got a message from Emily. She says the guest list is final, and I said I'm not invited." The pause on the other end confirmed what I already suspected. "Oh honey," she sighed in that familiar tone meant to make me feel unreasonable. "It's just a wedding. Don't make this into something bigger than it is." "Just a wedding?" My stomach tightened. "Mom, I stum her brother. How am I not included in my own sister Sip's wedding?" She gave a soft tisk, as though I was throwing a childish tantrum. "It's nothing personal. They had to keep the guest list small." "Small?" I cut in. "She just posted on Instagram. There are 150 guests." Silence. Then a forced chuckle. "Well, you know weddings are expensive. Maybe they thought you wouldn't set mine sitting this one out." Sitting this out? I felt crushed. "Wouldn't mind?" "Mom, I helped Emily move twice. When she lost her job, I paid half her rent. I supported her through her last breakup, and now I sit not good enough to attend her wedding." "Oh, stop being dramatic," my mother sighed. "It's only one day. You stir overreacting." I laughed bitterly. Overreacting, of course. I knew exactly how this would go. I'd argue. Mom would dismiss me. Emily would offer some weak apology later, and I'd be expected to forgive like always. But not this time. Something inside me snapped. If I wasn't worth including, then I wasn't going to bother being around when they needed me. I hung up without another word and opened my laptop. If I wasn't attending the wedding, I'd be somewhere better. The more I thought about it, the more furious I became. I wasn't the type to get upset over small things. I had overlooked plenty before. Emily had forgotten my birthday more than once. She only called when she needed favors, and Mom always expected me to be the understanding one. Emily never faced consequences. But this was something else. So I searched flights. If Emily could enjoy the happiest day of her life, I was going to have the best week of mine. Within an hour, I had booked a luxury trip, a Caribbean resort, ocean view suite, spa treatments, and a private beach. I had always told myself it was too expensive, but not this time. This wasn't just a vacation, it was a statement. When the wedding weekend arrived, I was already in first class, sipping champagne. I snapped a photo of my stretched out legs and posted it with the caption, "Guess I didn't make the guest list, but I'll survive." Reactions came instantly. Cousins sent laughing emojis. My aunt, the only practical one, commented, "Good for you, should have taken me with you." But the best response came from my mother, 3 messages in a row. "Where are you? Are you really missing your sister's wedding over this? You're being petty." Petty? I wasn't finished. I sent her a picture of the beach, white sand, crystal blue water, and then shut my phone off. No guilt. Not this time. For the first time in years, I wasn't putting family first. I was putting myself first, and it felt incredible. By the time I arrived in paradise, every bit of regret was gone. As soon as I stepped out of the airport, warm ocean air wrapped around me, with the scent of salt and flowers. A private black SUV was waiting, complete with chilled towels and bottled water. This was better than any wedding. Driving along the coast, I realized how right I was. Back home, my family was probably busy making excuses for my absence. Emily was laughing with her bridesmaids, not even thinking of me. But here, I wasn't an afterthought. Here I was the priority, my own priority. The resort looked like something out of a dream. Towering palm trees grew inside the open-air lobby, sea breeze drifting through, and a welcome cocktail in hand before I even checked in. My suite was unbelievable. Floor-to-ceiling windows, a private balcony, and the most inviting king-sized bed I had ever seen. I dropped my bags, stepped onto the balcony, and simply breathed it all in. To add to it all, I posted a photo of the scenery with this caption: "When one door closes, another one opens, preferably to a beachside suite with unlimited margaritas." I knew it would eventually reach my family. In fact, I wanted it to, so they could finally see what it felt like to be left out. And that was only the beginning. The first full day of my trip was nothing short of excellent. I started with room service, pancakes, fresh fruit, and coffee. So good it made every other cup I'd had seem bland. The rest of the day was mine alone. No responsibilities, no family stress, just me, the ocean, and time dedicated entirely to my own peace. By the afternoon, I was stretched out on a sunbed beside the infinity pool, martini in hand, watching waves roll in. Occasionally I'd glance at my phone, not to respond to my family, but to read the steady stream of reactions to my vacation posts. The comments were entertaining. Cousin Jake wrote, "Bro, where even are you?" Aunt Lisa, "Okay, now you said her just showing off." An old college friend, "Invite me next time." Then I received a notification that made me smirk. "Emily saw your post." Finally she was paying attention. I could imagine her reaction, sitting in the bridal room sipping cheap champagne, scrolling through Instagram, while I was clearly having the time of my life. Good. I leaned back, sipped my drink, and thought, enjoy your special day, sis. I hope it's everything you wanted. But as the sun began to set, something unexpected happened. My phone started buzzing non-stop. At first I ignored it, assuming it was more reactions. Then I noticed the names: Mom, Emily, Cousin Jake, even Uncle Rob, call after call, dozens of texts. The first was from my mother. "Call me. It's an emergency." An emergency? At the wedding? I debated whether I cared enough to answer. Then another message popped up from Jake. "Dude, you won't believe what just happened." Now, I was curious. I sat up and scrolled through the flood of messages. It turned out the universe had handed me the best wedding gift imaginable. Emily's perfect wedding had completely fallen apart. One message after another confirmed it. "Jake, bro, you dodged a bullet." "Mom, call me right now. This is a family crisis." "Emily, where are you? I need you." I sipped my cocktail, smirking as I read. Then came the highlight. Cousin Melissa's text. The groom walked out. I almost choked on my drink. The groom left. That was beyond anything I could have expected. Curiosity took over, so I texted Jake back. "What do you mean he left?" Jake replied, "Dude, during the reception, huge fight. He and Emily argued, and then he just walked out, left the venue." Then another. "Oh, and Uncle Rob and Dad had a shouting match about who was embarrassing the family." Grandma cried. "The bar closed early. It's chaos." I leaned back, amused. Emily had decided I wasn't important enough to be at her wedding, yet now I was the first one they all ran to. I could already picture Mom's voice in my head. "You need to fix this. Emily is devastated." "No thank you." Then I opened the next message, from Emily herself. "Answer your phone, please. I need you." Now I mattered. I typed a short response. "Sorry, I'm a little busy enjoying my overreaction. Hope the wedding was fun." Then I blocked her number. I blocked my mother's too, and even Jake's, in case he got pulled into their guilt campaign. I switched my phone to Do Not Disturb, waved over the bartender, and ordered another drink. While my family was unraveling, I was in paradise, and I had no intention of being dragged into their chaos. The next morning, I woke to the sound of waves outside and the smell of salt air mixed with tropical flowers drifting through the balcony doors. For a moment, I almost forgot about the disaster back home. Then I checked my phone. Even with most of them blocked, I had over 20 missed calls from unknown numbers. A few voicemails slipped through. Against my better judgment, I listened. The first was Mom's frantic voice. "I don't know what you think you're doing, but this isn't the time for one of your tantrums. Your sister is devastated. We need you here. The family needs to stick together." I rolled my eyes and deleted it. Next was Emily. "I'm crying. I don't understand why you're doing this. You're my brother. I need you. Please, just call me back." Deleted. The third voicemail had me laughing. Jake whispered, as though hiding, "Dude, Mom and Aunt Lisa are planning to show up at your apartment when you get back. Just a warning. Also, Grandma keeps saying the wedding was cursed because you weren't there. It's hilarious." That one I saved. I set the phone aside and stepped onto the balcony. The sunrise lit the ocean in shades of gold. I took a deep breath, letting the warmth sink in. Back home, my family was scrambling to repair the damage. Here I was sipping espresso in a bathrobe, enjoying the best choice I had made in years. And the best part? They were now feeling what I had felt when they excluded me, unwanted, overlooked, left out. In a way, it was poetic. But I wasn't done yet. I picked up my phone, snapped a photo of my breakfast, pancakes, fresh fruit, and a bright mimosa, and posted it with a caption. I started my day stress-free, posting starting my day relaxed. Hope everyone back home is doing okay. Then for amusement, I checked my blocked messages, smiled at the endless missed calls, and ordered another mimosa. I had no plans to call anyone back. They could handle their own issues. I was on vacation. By midday, I was resting under a private cabana, sipping a tropical drink with an umbrella, when my phone buzzed again. This time, it was from cousin Melissa. "Okay, I know you're upset, and honestly you should be, but you need to hear what happened after the wedding. Call me. You'll love this." I raised an eyebrow. Melissa had always been the one cousin with some sense. If she said I needed to hear something, it was probably worth the call. Against my better judgment, I dialed. She picked up instantly. "Oh my God, you finally answered," she said, sounding almost giddy. "Okay. Are you sitting down?" I looked around my shaded cabana, ocean in front of me, drink in hand. "Yeah, I think I set them in the right place for this." Melissa laughed breathlessly. After the groom left, Emily had a complete breakdown, and I don't mean crying. I mean yelling, throwing things, the works. I smirked. "That sounded typical." Melissa went on, excited. Everyone tried calming her down. Then Mom overheard Aunt Lisa say the disaster could have been avoided if you been there. I blinked. "Wait, what?" Melissa giggled. "Yeah, she said you steer the one who always fixes things when Emily falls apart. That if you had been at the wedding, you could handled the groom or kept things under control." I burst into laughter. "So let me get this right. The same family that excluded me is now blaming me for not being there to fix it." "Oh, it gets better," Melissa said. "Mom told Lisa she was being ridiculous, and they got into a shouting match. Then Grandma jumped in, saying Emily brought it on herself by not inviting her brother. She literally told Emily, in front of everyone, if you had treated family better, you wouldn't be standing alone in your wedding dress right now." I almost spilled my drink from laughing. Melissa was practically crying with laughter herself. She added, "Then your mom tried reaching out to the groom's family to fix it, and his mom just said, 'Seed, This is your problem now. I shook my head, grinning. So where does that leave Emily? Melissa sighed, still crying, still blaming everyone but herself. Last I heard, she was scrambling with some backup plan. But honestly, there sits no coming back from this. I leaned back and smirked. You know the best part? What? I took a slow sip of my drink. I don't sit care. Melissa laughed even harder. Honestly, I don't set blame you. I just thought you set like knowing that karma handled it. Oh, I love knowing that, I said, still grinning. Enjoy your trip, she added. And for the record, you did the right thing. I hung up feeling more satisfied than I had in years. They wanted a wedding without me, and now, because of their own choices, they ended up with a disaster. I raised my glass and toasted the best decision I'd ever made. Then I turned off my phone, leaned back, and let the ocean breeze take away the last of my frustration. For the rest of the day, I ignored my phone, booked a sunset cruise, enjoyed the warm breeze, and had a 5-star dinner by the sea. While my family was still dealing with the fallout, I was enjoying the best steak I'd ever eaten. At one point, I wondered if I should feel sorry for Emily. Then I remembered how easily she left me out. The answer was clear. No. I sipped my wine, snapped a photo of the view, and shared it with one caption, "Zero regrets." Then, with a smile, I shut my phone off again. Let them stew. I was done being their fallback plan. The next morning, I woke up lighter than I had in years. No guilt, no tension, no last-minute emergencies I was expected to solve. Just me, the sound of waves, and a full day of rest ahead. I stretched, ordered breakfast, and out of curiosity, turned my phone back on. Big mistake. Within seconds, messages poured in. Mom, stop acting like a child and call me. Emily, I can't believe you're doing this. You're so selfish. Mom again, this isn't funny. Emily is heartbroken. Don't you even care? Unknown number, probably my aunt. We need to fix this family before it's too late. I shook my head. It was almost impressive how fast they went from excluding me to expecting me to solve their crisis. Then one message caught my eye. Melissa, I know you're ignoring everyone, but read this. Your mom is planning a family meeting when you return. Just a warning. I laughed. They really assumed I'd just come back and act like nothing happened. Not a chance. I quickly replied, thanks for the warning, but I won't be there. Melissa, wait, what do you mean? Me. I'm extending my trip. They wanted me out, so I'm cutting myself off completely. I could almost picture her reaction, shocked, but also amused. A moment later, she replied, that's iconic. Tell me everything when you're back, whenever that is, lol. Smiling, I grabbed my laptop. With a few clicks, I extended my trip another week. No family, no drama, just me and the ocean. For once, they couldn't interrupt my peace. Before heading out to the beach, I sent one final text. To Mom and Emily. Oh, so now you want me around. Sorry, I'm too busy enjoying my overreaction. Good luck fixing your own messes. Then, for the last time, I blocked their numbers. I set the phone aside, ordered another drink, and let the sun warm my skin. No guilt, no tension, no regrets, just peace. And it was the best decision I had ever made. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so, and tap the notification bell to stay updated with more surprising real-life stories.